Have you ever wondered what $1 million might buy you in Longmont? Well, I am going to show you today, so stay tuned. We are going to look at homes that are sitting at $1 million and under. I've picked out 5 homes to look at so that you can see exactly what $1 million will buy you in Longmont, whether you are really looking for $1 million home or you just want to see what $1 million would actually get you if you had it in the bank. So let's get on with it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and let's check these houses out. Okay, so I have not pre-looked at any of these homes, so they are just as a surprise to me as they are to you. What I did do was go in and put $1 million residential houses, and then I just went in and picked the top 5. So that's what we're going to look at today. So we are starting with this one at 5939 Niwot Road in Longmont. It was listed at nearly 1.2 million. It is now 999,500. It is 2,445 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, just under 2 acres. The house was built in 1920, so it is a historical find, and it is in Brigadoon Glen subdivision, and we'll show you where that is on the map. So we are kind of out by Niwot. Longmont address, but we are out by Niwot here off of 119. So let's take a look at this property. You can see here these 2 acres, probably some decent mountain views. Professional photos were apparently not taken for this house, and the photos were taken in 2025. We do have some drone photos. It looks like there are some stables and things on the property. This is the 1920s house. Ooh, I wonder when it was last updated. Maybe 50s, 60s? I haven't seen tile like that in a while. Is that the only photo we have of the inside? It almost looks like there is an office or apartments above there. We'll go look at the description in a minute. Some stables, barns that might need some work. Grain silo. Okay, so here is that top part of the building I was pointing out. Okay, guys. Leave me a note in the comments. Would you pay $1 million for this property? Let's see what the description has to say. Rare opportunity for a visionary buyer to acquire and renovate one-of-a-kind 1.9 acre property. Charming retreat, offers lower tax rate. That is because it has a senior tax exemption, guys. So if you can't get the senior tax exemption, then the taxes would probably go up. No HOA. Bring your architect and imagination. Large barn with a loft, 2 silos, second barn, large storage building, and a studio. That's kind of what I wanted to know. So, would you pay $1 million for this one? Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so we have a brand new house just to kind of offset what we were looking at. This one is in Wheaton Avenue. These houses are semi-custom built. They have some like mid-century mod style houses in this neighborhood as well, off Nelson and 75th. So out by the airport here, you are pretty close at getting up to Lyons and up to Rocky Mountain National. Let's have a quick look. 3,058 square foot total, 2,094 square feet finished, 3 bedroom, 3 bathroom. So that is the West Grange neighborhood. And this concerto plan, beautifully designed, well organized, efficient, great to look at. All right, let's go see. What have we got here? They look nice from the outside. Okay, so we step in. You've got a tiled wall in the bathroom, in the half bath there, or quarter bath. Kitchen, not overly big. Like, I wouldn't call that a big kitchen. There's lots of cabinets, but counter space is not huge. You have the sink in the island, which not everybody loves. I have this in my house. It's fine. We just deal with it. But if you're paying $1 million, again in the comments, if you're paying $1 million, do you just deal with stuff, or would you want the house to be how you want it? Obviously, you're not going to get that for $1 million in Longmont from what we're seeing. So you have the fireplace here. Little cubby. Completely tiled shower area. Separate bath. I do like that. Little peaks of mountain views out there. Okay, so that's what you're getting on this one for $998.9. Taxes, $37.26. And I'm thinking those taxes are probably going to adjust up much higher. Sometimes with new builds, your taxes is just on the land. You buy the house and then realize that your taxes are much higher. And is this another one of these houses? Nope, this one is in Hillcrest. Okay, so we have a house in Hillcrest Heights. It was built in 1964. 2,236 square feet, so not huge. 4 bedroom, 3 bath on 1.15 acres, so it has a little bit of land, fully renovated horse property, front range mountain views, no HOA, rural feel paired with quick access and proximity to Longmont, Boulder, and I-25, unbelievable mountain views. Mentions privacy again. Mentions mountain views again. All right, let's go look at it. Taxes, $3,929. It is an older area, so that could be correct. And 4 beds, 3 baths. So let me go back to these. Where are we starting? Okay, so we're starting in the living room. You can see you have a fireplace here. Can't tell if that is wood burning or whether they have converted it to gas. Screen makes me think perhaps wood burning. So you walk in, you've got like a split. You've got the living room here. There's some of those mountain views out the windows, which are beautiful. The updated kitchen. Don't mind that backsplash tile. I like the choice of cabinetry. You've got mountain views here. Okay, so this is kind of your 1.15 acres. So you've got quite a bit of land there. Once again, not an overly huge kitchen, but it has been redone nice. What I would expect for one of these houses that was built in the 60s. They've redone the bathroom, very nice, fully tiled wall here. Separate tub. This looks like the primary bedroom, mountain views from every angle. Done some built-in cabinetry here. And then you've got another living room. I would say this probably on the bottom split. Looks like there's no fireplace in that right now. Good staging here. So yeah, you could see those mountain views, how that could happen. These look like the bottom floor bedrooms. And here's your split level plan show. So you come in and you got to choose which way do you want to go. And there's a living area here and a living area here. Kitchen, bedroom up here, and a couple of bedrooms and bathroom down there. I think they've done a nice job with the renovation. Once again, would you buy this? It has only been on the market 6 days, so we'll see what happens with it. All right, on to the next one. How do you say this? Jotipa Drive? I don't know how you say it, to be honest. It's on Hawa Manor in 1964. It was built. Sorry, birds are going crazy out my studio window here. So we are off Ute Highway, and then you have 87th right here. You are once again on your way out to Lyons. We'll see what kind of property we have. 2,644 square feet. 3 bedroom, 3 bath, 0.66 of an acre. I just want to take a look at the map again. Okay, so 66 is there. I see these houses come up for sale quite a bit, so it's right behind there. All right. And then what do we got? Taxes, 5,000. What do they say? Rare opportunity to own an updated ranch-style home on usable acreage with no HOA and zoning for up to 2 horses. Beautifully maintained residence. Sun-filled rooms. Don't really give anything about mountain views. Let's go take a look at the photos. So you just have a carport. Those look like somewhat original hardwood floors, maybe refinished. It's quite a big living dining space right there at the front. The staging, really not staged, kind of weird. Bedhead there. So have you what probably looks like your primary bedroom. Let's see. I'm trying to see if this, yes, so this is your primary bedroom. So it's quite big. And then you go up to the bathroom. Not huge. You have a walk-in closet. There's a mud room. Okay, so here is your living room with beautiful brick fireplace there. Kitchen, so a bigger kitchen. That's a pretty decent sized island in the middle there. Some updating has been done at some point. Another decent sized bathroom, bedrooms, private lock-off apartment. So that gives you a little extra advantage there over some of the other houses because you could rent this out to somebody or have multi-gen living. So it has a kitchenette, looks like it has a washer and dryer, full bathroom. So it's like a studio apartment. There's your bathroom. So you could rent that out for extra income. There are some, looks like loafing sheds. The upper room of the barn. If you needed a little office. So you have a house here, houses in the back. But you have a little space around that. Maybe some mountain views. They're not really showing that. And it will depend on the angle, I guess, of the house. So that's that one. And then let's go on to our last one that is currently on the market. Was listed at $1,025,000 and is now $985,000. Taxes $55.34. This one is bigger than the other ones. 4,407 square feet, 3,143, 3 bedroom, 4 bath, quarter of an acre in the Sundance neighborhood. I do love this neighborhood. It is in a great location. So it's on a street with 2 cul-de-sacs, backs to open space, privacy and tranquility. I'm having trouble with my words this morning. All right, let's go take a look. It's been on the market for 144 days, so it's been on a while. Actually, let me show you where this neighborhood is first. Okay. So you have Union Reservoir here, and then the neighborhoods here are kind of up on a hill, and then they go down into like 66 and Mead area. Really is a great area. I love it out there. So let's look at these photos. 3-car garage. So there is, like, you can see Union Reservoir from the house, I bet. That's not a bad location. And apparently this is owned by the city of Longmont. So whether they chose to sell it or do something with it one day, who knows? So you've got this grand staircase. We've got a living area which goes into the dining area there with the coffered ceilings. Looks like an office space on that main floor. And then your tiled countertops. These houses were all quite grand when they were built. So that's a decent sized kitchen. You have the little kitchenette dining area there. Another living room. that goes off the kitchen. Big windows, fireplace. And then you head upstairs. So it's kind of open. You can see that it's open from the living room all the way up there. You've got your primary bedroom. Goes into a decent sized primary bathroom. That's a pretty good size. Does it have double sinks or just one sink? Looks like double sinks. And then you've got your second bedroom, another bathroom with double sinks, third bedroom, decent laundry room, nice back deck that, yeah, looks out to Union Reservoir there, which is really nice that you have unobstructed views. So that's what's on the market right now for $1 million. Now I'm going to show you a couple that have sold, and then we will wrap this video up. All right, so now we're going to look at houses, just 3 houses that have actually sold under $1 million. I had it right at $1 million. This was the highest one in that bracket, so $985. Show you where the Meadowview neighborhood is over here. So it's off Airport and Nelson area. So once again, where the airport is over there. And it is 3,526 square feet and 3,482 square feet finished, 4 bedroom, 3 bath. You have a HOA of $960 a year. 0.16 acres, rare blend of timeless elegance and modern comfort, thoughtfully designed and meticulously maintained, open floor plan. And just kind of scanning to see if there's anything super special in there. These neighborhoods are closer to Boulder, so they do tend to get a little bit more expensive. And this one sold at $985. So we have a 3-car garage. Oh, and it backs up to like some green space, which is very nice. You come in, we have the kind of sitting area, an office, that grand style staircase again, dining room. So kitchen, dining area, living again, open in the back of the house. So there's been some updates here, and then there's also some older type styling in the house. There's another living area at the back of the house with a fireplace. Open ceilings again, just like that other house I just showed you. This is the primary bedroom. There's big furniture in there, so kind of hard to see the space. The bathroom. Tub, shower, double sinks. Probably hasn't been updated since, when was this one built? We'll have a look in a second. The third bedroom. Full bath on the upper level, and then a finished basement, which is nice. You have a wet bar here, looks like a living area. You've got a full fridge and dishwasher in there, another fireplace. Toilet at least. They use that as a workout space. And then you have the backyard, which has a gate out to a walking trail, which is always nice. And homes that back up to like green space or open space are always going to sell for a little bit more here in Colorado. So that one actually sold at $985. It was built in 1999, and I'd say it probably hasn't had any updates since then. So that's kind of giving you an idea of what those neighborhoods sell for out there. This one is Wren Valley. This one is sometimes Frederick, sometimes Longmont, depending, but it is right on the border of Longmont. And then you have Frederick and Firestone here, Frederick here. That's why it's kind of a border, very close to 25, but there is no direct access. You've got to go up this way or down this way to get onto 25. These houses are nice, and some of them have a bit of land around. This one was on the market for 97 days before it sold for the 976. Taxes 6,300, 4,364 square feet, 4,244 square feet finished, 6-bedroom, 4-bath, 0.7 acres. Let's take a look. Lots of established greenery around, which is nice. And this is very different to the other houses that I have been in, and I've been in quite a few in Rin Valley. This one's quite different. It has like a cabiny feel with that wood ceiling and the big brick fireplace. Yeah, like they're going for like a knotty pine look almost. Kitchen isn't huge, but it has the living and dining area surrounding it. Laundry, primary bedroom, primary bathroom with carpet, never my favorite, shower. This house is so interesting to me because this is not what houses look like in Rin Valley. That pole in the middle. So you have like an office upstairs. Almost looks like a Jack and Jill bathroom up there. Now there's like sitting area. So interesting. This looks like the basement. So you have a full living area in the basement, a bathroom, another bedroom, and then you have the large lot, which is what makes Rin Valley so special. So they have these decks, the large lot, and you are allowed to build extra additional like garage sheds in this neighborhood. The HOA allows it. This one is a 3-car garage, and you can see it backs up to some open space and trails back there too. That house was so interesting. I really haven't been in anything like that in that neighborhood. And then we have one at 940, and this one is an older house, so 1976, 1/4 acre. It says enjoy easy Colorado living, located in a lovely neighborhood near trails on an oversized lot. Not kind of catching anything about mountain views. It's in Gun Barrel Estates, which is a coveted area because once again, closer to Boulder. So you have Longmont, Niwot, Gun Barrel, and then it goes down into Boulder. So yes, these houses are expensive out here in these neighborhoods. $65.89 taxes. And let's take a look, and then we'll round this up. See if I can get it to come up properly. All right, so 2-car garage. And this was built in the 70s, which is what I would assume has a kind of Brady Bunchy feel to it. So they have some beams in the living room here. Looks like they have updated it inside. Nice flooring, lots of natural light coming in. Yeah, so you have living, dining, kitchen. So dining and kitchen kind of separate. Done a nice job in the kitchen. Lots of counter space there. The primary bedroom, primary bathroom with tub, shower, double sinks. Looks like 2nd and 3rd bedrooms. And this is like one of those split level houses too. And you have the bottom floor living area with a fireplace. So you see the split right there. And then this looks like a outdoor sunroom type thing with a heating source, mudroom, laundry. Not a huge lot, but fair size. Looks like it's beautiful in fall with the leaves. So this is what nearly $1 million will get you in Gun Barrel. So leave me a comment down below. What house would you buy for $1 million? Would you buy any of these? I want to hear from you. My name is Haley Bartlett. I am a realtor in the Longmont area. If you have any questions, reach out. My details are down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys.